One of my all-time favorite shows is getting a standalone sequel on Hulu. So today we're going to talk about How I Met Your Father. Sophie and her close-knit group of friends are in the midst of figuring out who they are, what they want out of life, and how to fall in love in the age of dating apps and limitless options. Welcome, movie watchers. Thank you guys for stopping by my channel. Today we're going to talk about the new Hulu series, How I Met Your Father. I absolutely love How I Met Your Mother. I have very fond memories of watching that show. And so I was a little bit worried about this series. Not the cast or anything, because I really like Hilary Duff. And because I hold that series so dear to my heart. And so I was afraid that it would try to do the same exact thing, but it wouldn't have that charm. There is a lot of references to How I Met Your Mother. And it really feels like the same thing at times when it comes to the camera direction, when it comes to the hangout location, when it comes to the friends. It's easy to sit and watch the series and say, okay, this character is Mosby, this character is Barney, this character is Robin, but then also you're trying to just not do that. It's very hard within the first couple of episodes to not try to compare both episodes, because the way that the dialogue is written, the way that the camera works, the hangout locations, it feels like it's trying to piggyback off of that original series. It tries to be a little bit different. Since it is on a streaming service, they can get a little raunchier. It is a little more dirty compared to the How I Met Your Mother series. There is some noticeable differences in regards to that. But let me tell you, I eased into this show. It tried to find its footing within the first couple episodes, and I was just trying to get adjusted to the characters and the dating aspect of it. But once we kind of got past that and you started to know these characters a little more, I was starting to find myself really enjoying it and really anticipating the next episode. It's not the perfect thing by any means, but once you get going, it's easy to be more involved with it. It's easy to want to binge it, anticipate that next episode. The first couple episodes, the writers are trying to establish who the characters are, the relationships amongst everybody, because there is a large group of friends in here. Where in the original How I Met Your Mother series, there was only 5 main characters. This time around, there is 6 main characters, just one more. At times, it does feel a little crowded. What I really loved about How I Met Your Mother, and it's because there are so many episodes with that, is that you could take any character and put them with another character and they would just get along. You felt like they had a very strong relationship. You could put Marshall with Robin and it would work. I don't get that so far. I mean, this is just hopefully the first season. I don't get that with some of these characters. They're trying to make some of the more odd relationships work and trying to connect the characters, and they are attempting that. I just don't get that feeling that these characters are truly connected. I mean, some of them, yes. We have Hilary Duff, who plays Sophie, our main character. She gets the bulk of the series. Obviously, we have Kim Cattrall, who voices the older version of Sophie. We actually get to see her too. Friends of Sophie also include Valentina, her roommate, Charlie, Valentina's boyfriend, Ellen, who is the sister of Jesse, and Jesse has a crush on Sophie, and Sid, a bar owner. So the 6 friends, they do have chemistry, but you can't take characters like Sid and place them with Valentina. They just wouldn't work. And I hope that with more seasons, because this is a show that you have to get to the end. The story is How I Met Your Father, and if you just cancel it, you never get that. So I hope that episodes down the road, seasons down the road, they'll make sure that they can take any character and place them together, because that's really how I Met Your Mother and Friends and so many other great shows work, is that you can just take any character and place them in the same room and they would have fun. The show is pretty funny at times. Not the first couple episodes. I felt like it was a little cringy. They were trying to just establish the characters, but once you got past that, the humor was definitely there. And it's all about dating. Josh Peck appears in an episode as he's dating Sophie. There is just a lot of the dating part of it, which How I Met Your Mother had that too. Once you get past those first couple episodes, the pilot and episode 2, I believe it's called Fomo, I think you may enjoy it. If you are a huge fan of How I Met Your Mother, you're going to definitely see some similarities. There is one central location that is from How I Met Your Mother. I'm not going to spoil that. I haven't seen a trailer for this, so I don't even know if it's in the trailer. But it tries to be like How I Met Your Mother. The direction, the dialogue, the hangout location, it tries to be just like that. It's not as charming as the How I Met Your Mother series, and some of the characters too are just not as likable as I hoped they would be. Sophie's a really fun character. I also like Charlie's story, as he is coming from London, I believe, and he is just trying to adjust to American life. He's pretty fun as well. And Sid the bar owner is one of my favorite characters too. So there is some likable characters. I just gotta know the other characters. I gotta spend some more time with them. I gotta have several seasons of this and to really figure out which one is my favorite characters and really get invested in the stories, because some stories just feel really weak when it comes to some of the smaller characters, and they're trying really hard to make sure there is some growth amongst everybody. And I think having so many characters, they're juggling so many different storylines. 5 seemed just like the right amount, and Marshall and Lily were connected, and Ted and Barney and Robin were connected. Here, everybody's just kind of all over the place. It's a little chaotic at times. But I will say I did enjoy watching How I Met Your Mother. I was very worried, not really excited to see it, just because I really love How I Met Your Mother. And so this series try to do the same thing as the other series, but try to do its own stuff. And I feel like at times it did work. At times you could blatantly tell that they were trying to be the same thing. And that did not work, because How I Met Your Mother is just different. And but I think overall I enjoyed it a little more than I was anticipating. So that's a good thing. I am looking forward to hopefully more seasons so we can actually figure out who is the father. If it's anything like How I Met Your Mother, it's going to be a long, drawn out series that hopefully I will enjoy. So before I give you my score for How I Met Your Father, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button to get it all in one spot. I'm going to go ahead and give How I Met Your Father a B. Thank you guys for checking my review for How I Met Your Father on Hulu. Have you guys seen it by chance? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.